Good evening. We are going to have Holy Mass in the main body of our church here in a little while, but we thought this would be a good time for me to introduce myself and to talk a little bit about some exciting plans we have for the Catholic community. My name is Father Martin Donnelly. I am originally from County Monaghan on the border in Northern Ireland, but I've lived in the UK for over 30 years, in fact 38 years. I've lived in Wales for approximately 20 years. I've served in a number of parishes in Wales and one parish in England in Herefordshire. I started my ministerial life as a Benedictine monk, and through working in parishes and working with young people, I was drawn into parish life, and from that was encouraged to move from religious life into diocesan priesthood. And so that's where I find myself today. I'm a priest of the Archdiocese of Cardiff, Menevia in the Catholic Church. So we will be looking at different faith topics. We'll be looking at church teaching on different matters. We'll be looking at the scriptures and why they matter and how the scriptures influence our way of living. In the Catholic tradition, we have 7 sacraments. We'll look at the sacraments. We'll certainly be looking also at matters of morality, which I think do need to be discussed in our modern world. So there'll be a whole array of things. We will have guests who, I hope, will be very open and share their faith experience, talk about their experience of God and their relationship with Jesus, and how they give expression to that in their daily living, in their interests, in their work, in their relationships. So I'm hoping it'll be interesting. I hope it will grab people's imagination and their attention. I hope it will prompt conversation at home and in the workplace, but I hope also that we'll have a lot of fun doing it. You know, faith is a serious matter, but I don't think that means we can't enjoy talking about it. And I'm somebody who has always kind of gone against the grain. It's often been said that at a dinner party, the 2 things we should never discuss are faith and politics. I'm a bit of a rebel, so I tend to make a habit out of, if I'm at a dinner party, introducing the topics of faith and politics just to see where it goes. So, let's go. There will be an opportunity for audience members to engage in the comment box. We are going to have a link tree, and that will lead people to the various forums where the podcasts are going to be shown. They will be able to leave comments, they'll be able to ask questions. If a comment or a question is pertinent to what's been discussed during a particular podcast, we will try and respond as the podcast is being filmed. If we can't respond, we'll say so. But we will come back to it. We'll come back to it at a later time. And there may be questions asked that will actually prompt us to have podcasts particularly addressing those questions or comments that are made. Be they positive or be they negative, be they challenging or be they encouraging. You know, we should never be afraid to have a conversation in faith. Jesus says that the truth will set us free. So we should encourage people to seek the truth, even if we find it very, very challenging. In fact, in some ways, if we find it challenging, that makes it all the more interesting and gives it a bit of vibrancy in life. I hope you will join us, and I hope that you'll take part in the conversations. With a bit of luck, we'll be inspired, we'll be encouraged, we'll be challenged, and we will learn to walk together more fervently in faith, more willing to ask questions, but also with a greater openness to truly experiencing the life that Jesus has won for us through his own cross, death, and resurrection. We live in a world where I think fear is often encouraged. But I'm hoping that our podcast will be a voice that inspires hope and calls us to joy and calls us to peace, but more importantly also helps us learn how we can be ministers of peace and ambassadors of hope, givers of joy in our modern society. So I pray that God will bless all of you. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to engaging with you again. God bless.